Nah. Okay. Let's go. Y'all want to learn about these fragrances? Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay. Let's go. Hey guys, it's me, Felicia Lizziel. I am your home eye beauty, fashion, and lifestyle expert here on YouTube, and I want to welcome you on back to my channel. Before you do anything, don't sit down, hit like, hit subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can see anytime I upload a video. Today, y'all, I am sharing my 10 favorite Valentine's Day perfumes. Now, I'm not going to wear all these fragrances at once, okay? But these are fragrances that definitely should be in your collection if you love a floral note, if you love a gourmand note, if you love a woody, oody type note. I'm going to share some of my favorite fragrances with you. These are the top 10 for Valentine's Day. These are in a particular order, 10 being my least favorite and 1 being my most favorite. Now, don't get it twisted. All of these fragrances are favorites. However, we got to go in order, okay? So we're just going to start with number 10. Number 10 is Menthol Intense Cafe. Okay, when you smell this fragrance, it is heavy on the coffee, okay? But it's also woodsy and kind of oody a little bit. Very, very rich. It reminds me, it puts me in the mind frame of like a French pastry shop. So you're gonna get some coffee, then you're gonna get you a little chocolate pastry, and you're gonna sit down with your sweetheart, and y'all just gonna drift off into La La Land. That's so pretty. This is one of my favorite fragrances. The sillage on this is amazing. Gives me a great scent bubble that lasts probably up to about 7 hours with this. I will tell you, I am not a fan of this packaging. Girl, if I'm paying this much money for a fragrance, I want some glass. I want some weight. This is 10, this little grenade pen, you know, Menthol, what are we doing here? You better be glad that this fragrance is the bomb. Maybe that's why they got the pen here. I don't know, girl. Okay, let me read you the notes. The top note is floral notes. The middle notes are rose and coffee. And then the base notes are vanilla, white musk, and amber. So you are getting all the goodness. The floral note is in the opening, and then you have a little bit of that rose and that coffee. And I've noticed with fragrances that have either a oud or a coffee note in them along with rose, they pretty much counterbalance each other, and it keeps one from being prominent. And so it's a really good blend. And then that vanilla, girl, you know, I have to have vanilla in my base note, and the musk and the amber just really gives that spicy, warm depth that fragrance has. Okay, y'all, so number 9, we've got another coffee. This is Coffee Break by Replica. This is a very pretty fragrance. Now, I will tell you, I can smell there's definitely some lavender in this fragrance, and I can smell that more than I can coffee. This is very light, very airy. It's almost like a crafted lavender coffee drink. That's what I think of, because it's kind of got a milky, lactonic note to it, definitely. And I kind of smell some coconut a little bit. I don't know, but let me read you the notes. I will tell you, this fragrance is a fragrance that I wear when I'm like out running errands. I definitely don't wear that on a date night. This is just Felicia's out doing her thing. I would wear it for a date night in where, you know, we're going to be kind of snuggled up. So it's just enough to not be too sweet where you're choking him out, but it's sweet enough to where he'll want to nuzzle in a little more and get a little more of a whiff. You know what I'm saying? And the top notes are orange blossom. I love an orange blossom top note. Pepper and patchouli. The middle notes are lavender. I definitely can smell the lavender. Coffee, milk. Okay, that's that lactonic kind of creamy fragrance that I get. Tonka bean, siam benzoin, cypriol oil, and nagamantha. Those are all the middle notes, a lot of middle notes. And the base notes, of course, say it with me, vanilla. And then there's cedar and vetiver. So that is number 9. We're gonna go to number 8. Number 8 is Lancome's Niche line, and it's their eau de parfum. It is the Oud Bouquet. Baby, this is not for the faint of heart. If you don't like oud, if you don't like rose, let her stay at the counter, okay? Because you don't need her in your life. If you like oud, if you like rose, if you like to smell strong but soft, still very feminine but very dominant, this is her. This is that girl. She is going to turn heads. It's very spicy, very warm, but still very soft. This, if I had to say one perfume personified me, now this is not one of like my signature scents, but this personifies who I am. A lot of strength, a lot of forward directness, but still very soft and elegant. I love this fragrance. Let me read you the notes. Oud Bouquet. So we got agar wood, which is the oud. What is going on with my phone? Praline, which is that sweet kind of gourmand fragrance. We've got vanilla, rose, and saffron. Those are all the notes. And that's just a really like deep fragrance. It's good. It's good, but it's, again, not for the faint at heart. So we're at number 7, y'all. Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. She's spicy. Muy caliente, okay? She's sweet. She's soft. There's caramel. I definitely can smell some caramel in this. Oh my God. When I tell you, when I wear this, compliments galore. This is one of those fragrances that kind of just lingers. They call it a sillage in the fragrance community. Now this is gonna sound odd, but it reminds me of Dr. Pepper. I hate Dr. Pepper as a drink. I think it's disgusting. But there's a lot of layers and depth to Dr. Pepper. Like it has 23 flavors in it, right? That's what I feel like this perfume gives. There's a lot to this, but it's really good. It works. And if you know anything about people who drink Dr. Pepper, they swear by it, child. What? My phone is disrespectful. All right, so the notes for Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. Interesting. I don't smell any of this in the top notes. Oh, yes, I do. That's probably the spiciness. So top notes are violet, orange, and bergamot. That's that spiciness, because bergamot a lot of times can come off very kind of medicinal and kind of spicy and peppery. And then in the middle notes, you've got coffee, pear, and iris. And then, oh, an orange blossom and rose. And then in the base notes, caramel, vanilla, and patchouli. Beautiful fragrance, a lot of notes, kind of like Dr. Pepper, but it works. It works, and it is definitely a compliment getter. Okay, number 6. It's a backstory to this one. Let me tell you. Oh my gosh, girl, she smells so good. I bought the body spray because I will tell you, I've purchased only one other Tom Ford fragrance before this, and I had such a bad experience that I said, we are going to do the body spray. Now, normally when I pay a lot of money for a fragrance, I will sample it first, okay? I didn't do that with Lost Cherry, and I feel like they be trolling you with that name because the cherry does get lost. After about 2 hours, you can't smell that fragrance. So I was very hesitant to buy the Rose Prick perfume. So I bought the body spray, and I will tell you, when I am done with this, I will be purchasing the full fragrance. This bad girl, she just is that girl. She's that girl too, but she's that girl who, I'll tell you what this smells like. It smells like I have put all the spices from the Middle East, okay? I've gotten all the Turkish rose, May rose, all the roses you can think of. And I put them in a warm spice bath and I'm bathing in them. That's what this smells like. It is so intoxicating. It's so beautiful. And I will tell you, I am so tempted to really just go by the fragrance because this does not last as long, but it lasts for, I can usually get about 4 hours out of this. So beautiful. Let me read you the notes. See, I might be getting the nose. Okay. The top notes are Szechuan pepper, turmeric, May rose, Bulgarian rose, and Turkish rose. Okay, so all the roses, like I said. And then the base notes are patchouli and tonka bean. Beautiful fragrance, beautiful. I can't, that's all I can say. It's beautiful and it is very intoxicating. Okay, guys, we are back at number 5. Number 5. Let me tell you about her. Okay? I wanted C, the original C, right? And I was at, I can't remember the name of the mall, but it's the mall in Lawrenceville with the medieval times in there. I was at one of the perfume stores and I smelled this, and I went home because I had bought 2 other fragrances that day, and I was like, I don't need a third. You know, this is doing too much. Calm down. It's gonna be there. So I went home and I could not stop thinking about this fragrance. I had to go back the following weekend and buy this fragrance. Now, I've heard people say this smells like grape soda to them. Girl, I don't know what you're smelling. This smells like citrus rose. It's very, this and coffee break are, you can wear them all year round. I feel like you can wear this winter, spring, summer, and fall. Very pretty, very dainty. It's soft, it's sweet, fragrant. It is light and airy. And I get a lot of compliments from this. I love wearing this. This makes me feel really pretty. My husband likes this fragrance on me. And so I'm gonna read you the notes of my top 5 pick. Yes, so I'm gonna read the notes of C. Fiore, if my phone will ever pull it up. So the top notes of C. Fiore are black currant, green mandarin. Middle notes are neroli, rose, patchouli, oak moss, and the base notes, say it with me, vanilla and white musk. Can you see the recurring theme here? Rose, vanilla, white musk, some kind of citrusy opening. There's a theme. All those things, I don't know, they just make for a really good scent profile for a perfume. All right. So coming in at number 5, C. Fiore by Giorgio Armani. Number 4, Parfums de Marly de Lina Exclusive. Now, another rosy oud perfume. She opens up with kind of a citrusy fragrance. And then you definitely can smell some rose. There's a sweetness to her as well. I like the Exclusive more than I do the regular Parfums de Marly de Lina Eau de Parfum, because I feel like it's a little more intense. And if you can't tell, I like intensity in my perfumes. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite perfumes to wear, and when I tell you this perfume gets so many compliments, and when you smell it, like when you spray it, it's not that great, but the dry down is magnificent. And that is Coco Noir by Chanel. That is just a classic boss, just super ultra feminine perfume. I put this in the ranking with that. It is a much more expensive fragrance. It's a niche fragrance because you know a niche fragrance comes from a perfume house that it makes perfume exclusively. And so this is up there with Coco Noir for me. Very, very beautiful, very stately, very regal, very strong, dominant, but still soft. Okay? It's that balance that we Libras like. So the notes for Delina Exclusive are top notes, lychee, pear, bergamot. Then in the middle, you have Turkish rose, agarwood, that's the oud, and then incense. And the base notes, again, vanilla, amber, and woody notes. I don't smell the lychee or the pear in the opening, but I do smell that bergamot. But bergamot can be very spicy, and I do smell that in the opening. Beautiful fragrance. Coming in at number 4, Parfums de Marly de Lina Exclusive. Number 3. Okay, let me tell you about this perfume. The next 2 perfumes, okay? Christmas Eve, or maybe Christmas Eve, I went shopping for myself because I knew I wanted a niche perfume. I was looking at Baccarat Rouge 540. You will see soon why I did not get it. I ended up getting my number 2 perfume, and then I went to Lenox at brown bag, Bloomingdale's, to visit one of my girlfriends at her counter. And after stopping to see her, I swung over to Neiman and I visited the Memo Paris counter. And I will say that, Steven, if you're ever at Lenox and you visit Neiman and you stop by the fragrance counter at Memo, please see him. He was delightful, he was knowledgeable, he was so patient, and he literally walked through all these fragrances with me. I was not prepared to buy this fragrance. I actually had my youngest son with me that day. It was a mom and son day. We went to eat at Houston's. I had Steven spray this on me, and I just wanted to live with it and see how it smelled. All night while me and my son were eating and talking, I just kept doing this. You know, he was like, "Mom, you need to get that perfume." And I was like, "You're right, I have to. This smells like money, okay? This is sweet, but it's fresh. There isn't a depth to this. I think the depth comes in the richness. So there's not that woody note, but it's definitely just a rich kind of, I don't know, it smells like the fragrance came, like it's imported from somewhere. You know what I mean? And when I wear this, I feel like a bag of money. It smells like old money. Lalibela Memo Paris. The top notes are coconut, orchid, rose, peony. Middle notes are vanilla, patchouli, jasmine, and labdanum. And then the base notes are incense, tobacco leaf, and precious woods. So that incense, I think that's that kind of imported fragrance that I smell. But very pretty fragrance. I love it. That's gonna be in heavy rotation this winter. Okay, so coming in at number 2. This is the fragrance that I ended up getting over Baccarat Rouge 540. You'll see soon why. This is Kilian's Angel's Share. Baby, when I tell you, this smells like warm apple pie where the apples have been marinated in like a spicy cognac. Right? It's so good. So good. And I love this. Y'all don't know this about me. I am a whiskey girl. I love whiskey. I love bourbon, and I thought this marketing was amazing. I thought it was very catchy, very poignant actually for what this smells like. So if you don't know anything about whiskey, Angel Share is the content of the whiskey that evaporates into the air. And so you don't actually get that when you drink the whiskey. And Kilian has captured it in a bottle, in a fragrance, and it's so beautiful. I love the packaging. This is the glass bottle. It kind of looks like a tumbler filled with cognac, and then you've got the diamond gold plaque here with the name on it. Just really pretty. Of course, the top is acrylic because you don't want to drop a glass top on the floor, but the packaging is nice and sturdy. It's heavy. This is a warm, cozy date night fragrance. My husband and I went out last night and he just kept saying, "You smell so good. You smell so good. What is that?" He was like, "Your scent bubble is popping." And it was. I had several people smell it through their mask and tell me like, "Wow, you smell really good." This is a must-have. Fellas, if you want to surprise your girl with this, ladies, I can see a man wearing this. It definitely, that cognac definitely can go masculine, but it's sweet. So it just depends, on the scent profile your man likes, but definitely a home run for the ladies. So let me tell you what the notes are in Kilian's Angel Share. So that first top note, of course, is cognac. And then the middle notes, you have cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak. And then the base notes are praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. So that's that sweetness that you're smelling. The cinnamon, the tonka bean, and the oak. I can see oak because, whiskey is made in oak barrels, so that makes sense. But that tonka bean and the cinnamon is that spicy kind of sweet smell along with the praline, and that cognac is very, very prominent in the opening note, and it is amazing, and you can still smell it in the dry down. So that is coming in at number 2, and I think it's going to stay there for a while. But let me tell you, number 1, you've seen that I have a lot of niche fragrances here. Number 1 is a designer fragrance. And I'm telling you, this is a hands down must have in your collection, ladies. Coming in the #1 spot, if you like Baccarat Rouge 540, this is very, very close to that scent profile. And that is why I did not get the Baccarat Rouge 540. Even though I want the extrait, it still has this same smell. Coming in at #1, guys, is Burberry Her. Let me tell you something. Look at this dent, okay? She gets a lot of wear, and this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Beautiful. Oh my God, it's intoxicating. Literally, he will not be able to keep his hands off you. I'm telling you, this fragrance is definitely strawberry. I definitely smell that in the opening, but then it has like a warm sweetness to it. It's just rich. It's very ladylike. I remember wearing this. Me and one of my girlfriends went out for dinner and drinks, and there was a couple sitting across the table from me, and the guy kept going, man, somebody smells so good. I smell Baccarat Rouge 540. And he was like, is that you? I was like, it may be me, but it's not Baccarat Rouge 540. It is Burberry Her. He was like, man, that smells just like it. And his boyfriend was like, oh, I smell it. You know, it does smell really, really good. I get so many compliments on this fragrance. This is my favorite fragrance. I probably could have this as a signature scent, but I have so many fragrances that I don't really wear for signature scent. This is an easy reach. This is I don't know what I want to wear. Let me just grab this. Beautiful, beautiful. And it is moderately priced compared to a lot of the other ones. Let me read the notes of Burberry Her. And if you guys didn't know, the actual perfumer for Burberry Her is Francis Kurkdjian, who is the maker of Baccarat Rouge 540. So it makes sense that this is the same type of scent profile. The top notes for Burberry Her are strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, sour cherry, black currant, mandarin, and lemon. So a lot of fruity, citrusy opening, right? The middle notes are violet and jasmine. And then the base notes, there are a lot of them, are musk, vanilla, cashmerian, oak moss, woody notes, amber, and patchouli. I don't know what he did, but clearly this man has a nose that just knows how to make perfume. And this is a beautiful fragrance. This is the one out of all of them that I would recommend you go out and buy right away, okay? Obviously, I don't have any vested interest in you buying this. I'm just telling you what you need to smell good. You know, it's something that's very personal. And so I like sharing that, and I like being identified with a memory by my scent, you know? And I just really had fun making this video. All of these are top 10 heavy hitters. If you see fit, go out and, you know, experiment with them, smell them. You might already have some in your collection. Whatever the case, I enjoyed you guys today, and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to my 570 subscribers. We are climbing, y'all, and I would love to reach 1,000 by early spring. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you next time. Bye now.